Buddha.
What is going on, everybody? Good afternoon, good evening. How are you all doing? What's going on, everyone? Looks like I got Mazza here in the back. So, what's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Not a whole lot, man. Just waiting on our guest here. We'll see when he comes up. I did interviewed earlier today with Juan Rincon. It was a great interview. So that was a fun time. So looks like I got a few people in the chat. I got CT Cards. What's going on? Stephen B. What's up? Ken. What's going on? Ken's always in the place. Who else? I saw Dev Finch. Dev Finch is in the chat. What's up, Dev? Yeah, nosebleed section. What is going on? My guy, Uncle Tats from the Pinstripe Chronicles podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to Pinstripe Chronicles. What's going on, man? Javier Velez, what's up? How you doing? What's up, Javi? Javi always got that great energy, man. So, yeah, I've been super busy. I, interviewed Juan Rincon today. That was a lot of fun. He had some great insight to the game, to the sport. So he kind of gave his insights. So now we're just kind of waiting on Adron Chambers. I'll reach out and see where he is. I'll reach out to Nathan. And then tomorrow, Jim Lawrence and Luis Lopez. So that's going to be, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, just super busy interviewing players this week. So it's great. And I'm going to reach out to a couple of other people, to this week to see when I can get them on the show. But while we're waiting, as you guys know, DJ is going to be back in the lineup today. So I'm excited for that. Apparently the lineup was already leaked by John Boy. So I guess if the lineup is right, DJ's he'll be batting last. So yeah. I appreciate you, Ken. Yeah, your support means the world to me, man. So any support I get, it means a lot. So thank you all so much. Yeah, I saw you rocking with your Hector there earlier, man. I saw you. So yeah, Hector's good people. He said suck. He just called you a suck up there, Ken. You gonna take that from me? Beat him up, Ken. Just kidding. No violence.
No, please. Let's all be peaceful here.
No violence. All right. But yeah, where are you right now, man?
Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
South Dakota. All right. So slowly but surely making your way.
Yep. Slowly but surely making my way towards Virginia.
Got you. So, yeah, a little family squabble going on. I know it always happens with the Strike Zone crew. Maybe it has something to do with me. I don't know. So, but yeah, folks. Yeah, sorry about the delay there. Yeah, I was on live with.
You never know, man.
Yeah, you never know. I'm not whatever. If worst comes to worst, man, we'll just talk Yankees. We'll talk baseball, and I'm not worried about it. So, yeah, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's up? Salute to you, man. Make sure you all subscribe to Daniel Berry. He always uploads a lot of highlight videos. So make sure you all check him out. Yep. And Ken says Navy in the house, ready to rumble. There you go. But looks like we lost Mazza. But what's up, everybody? Let me know how you all are doing. Hopefully, you're all having a good day. Hopefully, hopefully you all had a much relaxed weekend. I know I did. Yesterday I like just took it easy. Didn't really do much. Kind of hung around. I went on a run. I did go on a run.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was good. My legs are a little bit sore, but not too bad. A little tired from the run. I think I did almost like a couple miles, but
I'll do it.
yeah, that'll definitely do it. But yeah, I was talking about it earlier with Ron Cohen. We talked a little bit about Angel Hernandez, and he even said, "Yeah, that guy was terrible." I am sure the baseball world.
I'm gonna tell you now, dude. There's already memes coming out about it and trolling on him. So I saw something on TikTok where he's like, where someone said, "Thank you, Angel, for all you've done and given me all this content that I can use to rag on you."
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, no, I'm happy. When that news broke out, when he broke that news out, I was like, oh, right. I was like, he's done. He's retired. That's it.
Yeah. My buddy and I, once we found that out when we were over at the Black Hills where Mount Rushmore is,
yeah.
We went to a bar and had a couple drinks in celebration of Angel Hernandez's retirement.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, yeah, it's good that he's retired. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of the baseball world is happy. I know Boone said Boone did make a mention of like he was trying to say he wasn't that bad. I'm like, come on, man. But maybe
he was bad. Boone,
yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, Boone should have been. I mean, or Hernandez should have been gone a long time ago. Yeah. But it is what it is. Look, he's retired. It's not like I wish anything bad on him. Hopefully, whatever he does after with his retirement, hopefully it's good stuff. But I'm just glad he's not an umpire anymore. I mean, I don't wish nothing bad on the guy. Just did a bad job as an umpire.
He was not a good umpire.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
So, and then tonight you and I got kick rocks and get bent.
Yeah, that's right. We do have the kick and get bent show. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So I am looking forward to that. So should be a good time. Should be a good time. So yeah, we'll have Rich Rivera and the other guy. What was his name? Vitali. Is he good? Is he good to go? I think he's good to
Chris
go.
Vitali, Ball 9 Sports.
Oh, Chris Vitali. Yep.
Yeah, no, he's a very good. He's a very funny dude.
Yeah, he is. No, I've seen him. I've seen him in a couple of live streams. He's pretty hilarious. So, yeah, gotta love him. But let me make a quick phone call, real quick. But yeah, if you want to continue the conversation, go for it, man. I'm just gonna mute my mic for a minute. So,
all right. So we know Angel Hernandez is gone. Fantastic news, probably the best news of the year that we've heard. I mean, we all have to look at the bright side now that he's gone. Maybe the bad umpiring will go down. And yeah, no, Tats, absolutely. He is the GOAT of off the rails. If you want to send something off the rails, just call Chris, and he'll do that for you. Rich Rivera of Empire State of Baseball, fantastic guy too. Go check his stuff out. He is a good friend of the Pinstripe Chronicle podcast family. He's been on. He actually was on the Pinstripe Express with NFE and Uncle Tats. I've kept in touch with him ever since, and he is going to be on tonight with us. But he does some great stuff over there. So please go over there and support him and his channel. They have a lot of great content. They talk all things baseball. So it's a good time over there as well. With the Yankees tonight in visiting the Angels, it should be interesting to see what happens. I'm hoping that they can sweep them. That would be great, especially since Baltimore just ran through Boston and whatnot. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully DJ's healthy. That's going to be the key to tonight, is seeing if DJ is healthy. Yeah, CB Buckner is still in the league. He should go too, but the umpiring will at least get better now that one of them is gone. So you're not wrong, Ken. As for DJ, there you go, guys, for Chris Vitale. Thanks, Sets. For DJ, the main thing is if he's going to be healthy and if he's going to be able to stay healthy. We know he's been hurt a lot over the last few seasons. He hasn't really been as good as he once was, but he is still a good ball player. He still does help us when he is healthy and he does hit. So we just got to hope that he is healthy going into his first game tonight. Boone saying the Angel. Yeah, no, that is BS. Also, guys, if you could hit that like and subscribe button for NFV and the Pinstripe Chronicles, they're both fantastic. And let's get their subs up and get their likes up. So if you haven't done so, hit that like. If you haven't visited ball9.com for Chris Vitale or ESB, what are you doing? Go check them out.
Yeah, and make sure you guys subscribe to Four Train Express here with Mikey Mazza. He puts out some good stuff on his channel too. And once again, like I said this morning, guys, I do appreciate all of you subscribing. I broke 600, so thank you all so much for that. I'm like at a loss for words. 600 subscribers is crazy. So. But yeah, greatly appreciated. I don't know what's going on, but again, I'm not too worried about it. We can just talk Yankees baseball. We can talk Angel Hernandez. I'm not worried whatsoever. So
we could also talk CB Buckner and how bad he is, but that would be another can of worms to open.
Yeah. Yeah. There's an audio echo. Yo, are you talking from your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. If I happen to speak, just mute the mic. But if you're speaking, it should be all good. So, but you could speak if you want. Yeah, there's no echo now. I think it's just whenever you talk from your phone, I think there's always an echo. That's the thing with the smartphones. But
yeah, it's weird like that. For some reason it does that. But yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, no, I think it just does that for every phone though, because I've talked from my phone when I jumped on live streams with like Jason, for example, and one time I guess there was an echo on the other end, and Hector made a mention of it. He was like, "Hey, you might have to mute your mic," and so I did. So it was better. So yeah, if you're talking from your phone, and like if I'm, if you're talking from your phone. Or if I'm talking, like there's an echo on the other person's end if they're talking from their phone. So if they're streaming from their phone. So
Gotcha.
That's just something I noticed. But it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, Buckner, he's another one. Laz Diaz, he's another one. So
both trash.
Both trash. Hopefully these guys get the boot or not get the boot, but hopefully they can announce their retirement tomorrow. So we'll see what happens.
Listen, 2 are down and 2 more to go. Joe West was one, Angel Hernandez was the other, and now we got Laz Diaz and CB Buckner that we got to get rid of.
Yeah, those two definitely have to go. So, any roster moves announced? Nosebleed section, I haven't seen anything. Well, since John Birdie's on the IL, they got DJ LeMahieu. They did send back sent back Kevin Smith to the minors. So I'm pretty sure once John Birdie gets back, they might DFA Jahmai Jones would be my guess. But we'll see what happens. And then I did hear that Ian Hamilton should be back for today's game too. So they had brought up Yoandry Gomez but they sent him back down. Yeah, they'll probably DFA Jahmai Jones. I mean, if I had to guess, once John Birdie gets back, John Birdie's on the 15-day IL with a strained calf. So we'll see what happens with that. But the Yankees are playing tonight. Nestor's on the mound. Let me see. Just gonna check out the pitching matchup here. I'm just more curious to see what move the Yankees are going to make once Garrett Cole comes back. That's the big question right there. So, yeah, Nestor Cortes is pitching against Griffin Canning. So, Griffin Canning, he's got a 2-4 record with a 5.05 ERA. He's got 36 strikeouts. He's pitched 51 innings. So, I mean, the Yankees should be able to hit well against him, but, we'll see. The Angels, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're still in last place in the division. So, I could look that up right now. Yeah, they're in last place in the division. They have a 20-33 record. So, that's the story right now with the Angels. But Nestor has to have a good start. I know him pitching away. He's always had a problem. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So let's just hope that he has a good game today against the Angels, against LA. So we'll just have to wait and see. All right. But how's everybody's day going though? How do you all feel about tonight's game and this series in general? I'm thinking, I'm thinking the Yankees should sweep the Angels. They should sweep the Angels, but it is baseball. You never know. But anything is possible. So. Yeah, agreed, Uncle Tats. Yeah, let's hope a weakened Angels can get him on the the road start and confidence he needs. Absolutely, 100%, 100%. That'll be a good motivate. That'll be a good boost for Nestor Cortes. So let's just hope that he can pitch well against the Angels. I mean, again, they don't have Mike Trout, so Mike Trout's hurt. So that's not their lineup. Their lineup is okay at best. It's nothing great. So, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to look up the Angels Yankees over under. So they're saying the over under for tonight's game is going to be 8.5. What do you all think? Would you go over 8.5, under 8.5? What's your score for tonight's game, folks? Let me know in the chat. So CT Cards is saying 7-2 Yankees. I like that. Jonathan is saying over. What's your over? Like, what's your score? I know, where's Hicks when you need him? Well, they DFA'd him, so he's not with a team right now. 8-3. Yeah, I hope you said Yankees. If you didn't, I'd be worried there, Uncle Tats. But 8-3, okay. I like that. So you're definitely on the over. So Nestor, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 walks, 6 Ks, 2 runs. I like that. Javier is saying 3-0. Okay, so you're saying it's going to be a low-scoring game, so you're definitely on the under. So 6 innings pitch, 5 hits. Okay. 8-3 sounds right. Okay. Any other score predictions? Sign me up for that line for Nestor. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, yeah. I do like that. You're okay. Jonathan is saying 7-2. Let's see, 6-2 Hickston with any team, but we're still paying him. Yeah, I know. Frustrating. So nosebleed section saying 5-3. And he also says 6 innings pitched, 3 runs, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. You know what? I'm gonna go one more inning. I'm gonna give Nestor Cortes 7 innings, and I'm gonna go 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. And I'll say that he's gonna give up 2 runs. So I'm being a little generous with Nestor right now. How do you all think Nestor Cortes is going to do? Like I said, he should be. I know he has a problem pitching away from Yankee Stadium, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So, DJ, I think he'll go 1 for 3. True. I could see that. You're saying 1 for 4? Okay. Oh, is the lineup officially out? Okay, let's check it out. One for 2 with a walk for DJ. All right. I was going to say the Yankees didn't officially post the lineup. I know John Boy did. I believe it was the Talking Yanks channel that. Oh, okay. So let me pull up this lineup right here. And Uncle Tats is saying, well, if they score 8, he'll probably get the 4th at bat. So 1 for 3 with a walk. Okay, I could see that. I think he goes 1 for 3, honestly. So let me pull up the lineup. So shout out to the guys at Talking Yanks for posting this lineup here for both teams. So Ken is saying DJ 0 for 4, 1 walk. First game back, I mean, yeah, he may not even get a hit, Yeah, if DJ gets on base, I'll definitely be content with that too. No doubt. But here's the lineup right here, guys. I mean, this was posted by Talking Yanks. All right, shout out to those guys. So for the Yankees, Volpe leading off, Soto batting second, Judge batting third, Verdugo at cleanup, Stanton batting fifth at DH, Rizzo batting sixth, Torres batting seventh, Austin Wells batting eighth, Ken's favorite catcher. Sorry, Ken, I couldn't resist. And then DJ LeMahieu batting ninth. Yeah, it's a little. I read somewhere that the last time DJ LeMahieu batted ninth was like 2019. So it was like 5 years ago. So it's been a while, but him batting ninth makes a lot of sense. So, if he progresses, if he continues hitting, if he hits well, hopefully he can have some sort of consistency. And if he hits well, then, he could be moved up in the lineup. Don't be surprised if Torres ends up batting ninth in the lineup. So I wouldn't be surprised one bit. So we'll see what happens. He'll probably strike out the first at bat since his timing might be off or just getting back. He's not. Yeah, I mean, more than likely, right? That makes sense. And the Angels lineup, as you can see here, so they got Scanwell or Shanwell, Rengifo, Ward, Pillar, Ohop, Adele, Neto, Tucker, and Paris. So again, there's no Mike Trout. He's hurt, and there's no Rendon. Rendon is also hurt too. So those are two key players for them. Although I don't know how effective Rendon would be. He doesn't really care about the game anymore. So, we'll see what happens. Yeah, well, I mean, his defense hasn't been good for a little while, but the thing is, I mean, the question is Aaron Boone gonna take him out of the lineup? I mean, is that gonna happen at all? That's the question. So we truly don't know. But I mean, I could be surprised, but I might be wrong on this and I might be surprised, but I just don't see Torres being pulled out of that lineup. I really don't. Wells 1 for 4, 2 stolen bases, 1 throw, airmail to Judge. Yeah, we'll see about that. He threw somebody out recently. So, but yeah, folks in the chat, I do apologize. I don't know what's going on. I tried reaching out to Nathan. I know, I wasn't trying to bother Nathan because of the stuff that he's going through right now with his family. So my thoughts are with Nathan and his family. I was supposed to have Adron Chambers jump on the show, but unfortunately he's not in. I don't know what's going on. I tried reaching out to Nathan, but I didn't get an answer from him. There was no response, but that's okay. That's okay. We will just talk Yankees. We will talk baseball. There's always a plan B. So, I obviously no problems talking Yankees baseball. So, all right, Tats, we'll see you next time, man. We'll see you next time. Thank you for jumping in. I know you're probably working right now, so thank you. Tats. Food, I mean, we could always talk food. We could absolutely talk food. What's on the menu tonight, folks? What's on the menu? What are we snacking on? What are we eating on? I could tell you yesterday I went over to my family's house and they cooked up some steaks and the steaks were really good. That was super tasty. Ribeye stack and mashed taters. Okay. Pork roast. Okay. All right. Nosebleed. I got you. What else we got for food? Tell me what you're eating tonight. Let's talk food. You're saving the snacks for the Rangers game? Yeah. The Rangers have a game tonight. I mean, hopefully they could go up 3-1 in the series. That would be awesome. They won back-to-back games in overtime, so which was, those overtime games are always a thriller. So, the Panthers are a good team though. There's no denying. So, I'm curious to see what's going to happen between the Oilers and the Stars. So, let's see how that series ends up. But right now, the Rangers are leading 2-1. Hopefully they can make it 3-1 and then go back to New York and take the series. So, and then go to the Stanley Cup. And with the Oilers and Stars series right now, the The Stars are they're leading 2-1 as well. And they have a game tomorrow. So we'll see what happens with that. Yep. What are you going to be snacking on, nosebleed section? Also, let me ask you guys this question, because this was a question that was asked on Hector's show when I was on his live stream earlier. What do you think are the Yankees' needs right now? I know we're a couple of months away from the deadline, from the trade deadline. What do you all think the Yankees are going to go after? Who do you think the Yankees, or what position or players do you think the Yankees will go after? I was talking about that they might have to go after a lefty reliever. So, yeah. So Jonathan's saying left relief pitching. CT Cards, you're saying left relief. Absolutely. Yeah, chips, popcorn. Yeah, I got you. Nosebleed section. Bullpen and bench depth. Okay. Let's see, what kind of bench depth? Like, are you looking for like another infielder, outfielder? What do you got, Nosebleed? Yankees need to trade Torres. Yeah, probably not going to happen though. I mean, they're not going to get a lot back for him. Let's be honest. I think that he's just probably going to play out the rest of his contract. Potato skins, fried pickles, stuffed mushrooms, and nachos. That sounds good. Middle reliever, left-hand specialist. Yeah. Okay. Corner infielder, outfielder. Okay. So corner infielder, are you talking for third base, first base, Nosebleed? Need a real first base backup, not DJ, for sure. And we're in the corner outfield for, like, are you talking for right field, left field? I mean, I think if everything goes according to plan, once they expand the roster in September, they'll probably call up Jason Dominguez. Outfield in general, yeah. I think that, like I said, I think they're going to stick with what they got right now. As long as there's no major injuries, I think you'll see them call up Jason Dominguez in September once they expand the roster. Unless if an injury occurs, then you could see him up earlier. Right now, Dominguez he's doing his thing down there in the minors, so he's doing a good job of that. But some names that people have mentioned. They mentioned as far as pitchers, Tanner Scott was a name. Andrew Nardi, that's another name. And there's another one, AJ Puck, that some people are talking about. So, I mean, those could be potential names. Trade Grisham to Atlanta? Maybe. I could be. I don't know. I mean, Yankees could trade him potentially. We'll see. Yeah, Tanner Scott is a name that's been floated around by a lot of Yankees fans. So he could be it. Grisham is a fourth outfielder, and he's been bad. Yeah, I mean, look, Grisham has never had a great bat anyway. He's never been known for his bat, so he's got a pretty weak bat. Yeah, he's never been known for his bat, so it is what it is. He's good defensively. We'll give him that, but his bat is terrible as we have seen so far. His only highlight was that home run against Milwaukee. Swap Torres and DJ in the lineup and we're good. Yeah, I mean, listen, as long as if DJ could hit, if he can hit, and if he could stay consistent, then yeah, you move him up in the lineup, right? That's what we need from DJ. So DJ needs to hit first. He needs to stay consistent. Yo, D-Rod, what's up, man? The lock is working, D-Rod. The lock is working. That's good, D-Rod. I'm glad you're here. Not a whole lot, man. I was supposed to have Adron Chambers on the show, but I don't know. I don't know what happened. I tried reaching out to Nathan. I wasn't trying to bother him, obviously with everything he's got going on right now. But he's not here. But that's okay. We just quickly pivoted to the Yankees and the lineup, the series against the Angels. How happy everybody is with Angel Hernandez announcing his retirement. So Pats don't know what he brings. I mean, he doesn't really. He brings a good glove, like I said. That's about the only thing he brings. So, Jojo Romero is a good lefty reliever playing for the Cards. Yeah, that name has been floated. I've heard that name before too. So, no doubt. Yeah, CT Cards is hanging out with all of us. Great to see you back in the chat, man. I didn't see you for a couple of days. He does bring double plays, yes. Facts, D-Rod, facts. So, yeah. So, yeah, let's not bring up the double plays like CT Card said. I mean, the Yankees, if I'm not mistaken, they're leading the league in double plays. I mean, that's they get into a lot of double plays. Not that I mean, it is what it is. I mean, when you have guys like Judge, Stanton who hit the ball pretty freaking hard, you understand it. So let's see what we got here from Ken. So he's saying as far as trades for Atlanta, there are other teams that align better. Nationals with Rosario, White Sox with Pham, Cardinals with Carlson. Yeah. The one pitcher that I wouldn't mind the Yankees go after, and if Mazza was here, he would totally agree, but I'm pretty sure the White Sox would ask a lot for him, is Garrett Crochet. I think he'd be one. So Garrett Crochet is a good pitcher. I do like him. He's a starter now, but he was a bullpen guy. I wouldn't mind if the Yankees were to try to pursue him, but like I said, they might try and they'll probably ask for a lot. And D-Rod, the answer to your question here, what's the story with the series? So 3-game set. Nestor Cortes is pitching against Griffin Canning. Griffin Canning is who's pitching for the Angels. He's got a 2-4 record with a 5.05 ERA. That is his stats. So Nestor should be able to pitch well against the Angels, and we're talking about how Nestor has a problem pitching away from Yankee Stadium. Let's just hope that's not the case. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, Nestor Cortes right now, he's got a 3-4 record with a 3.29 ERA. He's the only pitcher in the starting rotation that has that is over 3 when it comes to the ERA. All the other starting pitchers are under 3. So this starting rotation has been on fire. I mean, Luis Hill has a 2.11 ERA. Rodon has a 2.95 ERA, so he's just under 3. Right? So the starting rotation has been excellent without Garrett Cole. There's no reason to rush Garrett Cole back. Garrett Cole was asked if he thinks he would come back in June, and he says he wouldn't rule it out. But I do think that he'll be back in July. I don't think there's any reason to rush him back as long as the starting rotation that they have right now continues doing its thing. So let's just hope for the best, right? That's all we can hope for. Yeah, D-Rod, the only pitcher that I've heard of in that starting rotation is Sandoval. Yeah, I don't think Cole will return in June. I just don't see June being realistic. I think July is more ideal. I don't see June. I really don't. Yeah. No, the thing is, I'm not like overly concerned about Cortez's ERA. I'm just pointing out how good the starting rotation is. Even with Cortez's struggles, he's at a 3.29 ERA, which is still great. I'm happy for him. But that to be expected for a guy who's a number 5 starter. And yeah, league average for a 5th starter is ballpark, about 4.57, and he's well below that. So I'll take that. Around All-Star game, I can see. Originally I was predicting that he could be back after the All-Star break. I could definitely see that happening because he did miss the rest of spring training. So I would imagine the Yankees would want him to pitch in as many games as possible down there in the minors. So just so he can get his arm right. Last week he was hitting 96 miles per hour, and then Matt Blake told him to kind of cut it back a little bit. So that's good that he could throw 96. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. So that's right, Javier. Yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of people, when Cole got hurt, I mean, it put the fan base, they certainly panicked, and they weren't really sure how the starting rotation was gonna be. And I've said this many times, with this rotation, I had all the confidence in the world. I just didn't have a lot of confidence. I was a little worried about Nestor Cortes. I didn't have a lot of confidence in him. I had some confidence in him, but he's done well, right? I mean, I when we go back to the season opener that the Yankees had against the Houston Astros, I mean, he gave up, 3 or 4 runs in the first couple of innings, but then after those first 2 innings, he turned it around, right? He turned it around. So he ended up pitching well, and the Yankees ended up winning that game. They ended up sweeping the Astros in that series in Houston. So, what more can you ask for, right? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, he's got to get plenty of playing time. So I think down there at the minors, he's probably going to get a lot of opportunity to pitch down there. Just make sure his pitches are right. He gets his arm right. So, let's hope for the best, right? As long as they don't rush him back, I'll be happy. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did come back around the All-Star break, maybe just right before the All-Star game or just right after the All-Star game. So, when it comes to elbow injuries, that's just something you don't want to mess with. So you never want to rush a pitcher back for that. But Cole also, he knows his own body. It's not like he's going to put himself in any real danger. I mean, he was the one that said that he wasn't recovering properly when the elbow was an issue. So, he'll be able to tell the team, like, hey, I'll be back. Like I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Like my elbow is feeling good. So he knows his body, right? He's not gonna lie about his own injury. He won't. So yeah, 1 start before the All-Star break could be. That could be a possibility. Yeah, I mean, look, as I said earlier, D-Rod, I mean, Cabrera, Torres, I just don't see him being pulled out of the lineup. I really don't. I really don't. Like, I don't see him being pulled out of the lineup. So I don't see it happening. Unless he completely goes downhill, then that could be a possibility. But I don't see him being taken out of the lineup. I agree here with you. I do think that Cabrera should be the one playing second base and DJ playing third, or DJ playing second and Cabrera playing third. Either one is okay with me, but I don't see Torres being taken out of this lineup. I really don't. Yeah, exactly. That's why I definitely don't see him rushed back. What's up, Jake? Saying we're fortunate we don't need Cole to be in our rotation. He can do what he needs. So, yeah, exactly. That's where it becomes really important, especially come playoff time. We want Cole and the rest of the team to be 100% healthy with, hopefully no injuries, right? Hopefully these guys can go in with as a full squad ready to go, man. I would love that. I would love that. Yeah, it's backwards. But what are we gonna do, man? So it's ultimately their decision. And Joey Bag of Donuts, what's up, Joey? How you doing, man? Hopefully you're home. You're not on the road. What's going on, Joey? But yeah, folks in the chat, real quick. Again, I do apologize. I thought I was gonna have Adron Chambers on the show, but looks like he's not here. Like I said, I'm not worried about it. I'm always happy to talk Yankees. I'm happy to talk other things, baseball, Angel Hernandez's retirement. So I'm glad I'm able to just pivot quickly and just not stress over our guests not coming on. But again, totally fine. Make sure you all hit that like button. Make sure you all hit that subscribe button. Share this out with anybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Any support you give to this channel is also appreciated. So, and I thank you for that. So, cool. You made it home. Good, man. Good. He says, Joey, what's up? Dr. Vinny Boom Bats. Oh, man. Yeah, I know. I'm sure there was a lot of baseball fans that were probably jumping for joy when he announced his retirement. So I know when he announced his retirement, I was so happy that that teams didn't have to deal with him. The Yankees didn't have to deal with him. All right. Ken wants to talk a Nestor Cortes and an Austin Wells trade to the Cardinals. What is your proposal? What's your proposal, Ken? What do you say? Ronnie Dangerfield character? No doubt. What's your trade proposal there, Ken? I'm curious to see. Wait, Manfred and Smart. Both of those are in the same sentence there, D-Rod. Are you sure you're saying the right thing here? I have seriously thought about Nestor being traded since you brought it up, Ken, a week or so again. And sadly, I can see this happening possibly by the Nestor, but I hope not. Could happen. So this is who Ken would ask for. Helsley and Galagos. Who does the Cardinals have that the Yankees would want? And Jonathan is saying no to your proposal here. What does everybody else think? So Jonathan doesn't agree. Anybody else have any thoughts on this trade proposal? Crazy, right? I'm going back to the closet because lighting is going to strike me at it. Oh God. Yeah, we don't want you to get struck. You still need to just come on the open panel and just talk from the closet, man. Just talk straight from your closet. You showed us like your closet. You showed us you gave us a little tour. Oh, okay. So nosebleed section is saying no to trading Wells. All right. So you got some you got some people disagreeing with you here, man. Tales from the closet with D-Rod. He does a show from the closet, and he has like bugs all over him. He's like, oh God. He's trying to get all these bugs while he's trying to do a show. That would be so funny. So Stephen B is saying Ken no, but it's a good idea. So he does like the idea, but he just doesn't agree with it. So are you going to put like a fan in there or like an air conditioner? I mean, it might solve your problem there, D-Rod. See, Ken is saying a lefty middle reliever that was with the Yankees and another left-handed reliever with closer experience. He's got a good point. Yeah, we do have someone to look forward to with D-Rod. Gallegos is on the IL. I'm not trading for someone on the IL. Yeah, that's a good point. Yankees have done that before. He was talking about Cortes, not Torres. Not Gleyber Torres, but Nestor Cortes there, Javier. You'll probably wear a mask too. That's funny. Yeah. Kids make minimal money. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Hal made it clear that he's trying to stay under the luxury tax, which you can't blame him. I mean, I'm sure owners like him are tired of paying for the luxury tax that whenever they're over a certain threshold. So it's frustrating. I know. The Yankees like Wells and see him long term. Cortes can go ASAP. Yeah, the Cardinals could definitely use a starting pitcher, so that could be an option, assuming that they want to trade Cortes. I don't know that happens, but I could very well be wrong on this, and I agree about Austin Wells being long term on this team because the Yankees are very high on him. D-Rod has a hot plate and refrigerator in the closet. Yeah. Where does Nestor fit when Cole comes back? We've discussed this many and agree BP isn't the best spot for him. So where does he fit? I mean, if he doesn't fit in the bullpen and if he's the one being taken out of the rotation, he could be a trade candidate. But at the same time, there are other folks that think that Luis Hill is going to be taken out of that rotation, which I don't agree with. I don't understand why you take him out of the rotation, but Yankees have done some things that you wouldn't expect them to do. You never know. Torres and DJ in the trade, but so DJ's getting paid $15 million, right? So who's going to pick up? What team is going to pick up his contract? For a guy who's turning 36. I just don't see a lot of teams getting that. And then Torres is about 14 or 15 million. So I could see Cortes and an infielder going to the car. Yeah, that's a possibility, D-Rod. Yeah, that was a name that was brought up earlier, Jojo Romero. They do need a catcher, yes. They do need a catcher. So, I mean, it could be. They could trade Austin Wells. They could trade one of the guys that they have in the minors right now, because the Yankees have a lot of catchers on their team, on that roster. So, that could very well be an option. So it could not be. Maybe it won't be Austin Wells. I mean, maybe it could be, Ben Rice. It could be Ramirez, like D-Rod is saying. So the Yankees have a lot of catching prospects. They have a plethora of catchers right now in their system, in their minors. So I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. It'll be interesting to see what the Yankees do at the deadline. The only thing I do know is that they do need some bullpen help, particularly with lefty help. They need some lefty pitching. Yeah, Ramirez or Narvaez. I mean, one of those guys could get moved. Absolutely. Yeah, Brendan Donovan. He's a utility player. I mean, the Yankees can use somebody like him. That name has been brought up by Jason from 161. So he could be a player that the Yankees can try and get, possibly, right? He wouldn't cost a lot of money. And you got years of control for him. And Brendan Donovan wouldn't be a free agent until 2028. So, and he wouldn't cost a lot of money. He could be an option. Still waiting for the building permit to wire the hot layer fridge. Oh, D-Rod. St. Kent's, yeah. Yep. A javelin thrower, then a major league catcher. He may be working as a javelin. Folks, as you could tell, Ken really likes Austin Wells, actually. Ken is a big fan of Austin Wells. That is his favorite Yankee player. That is his favorite Yankee catcher of all time. Oh, man. Yeah. Last year, Torres saw Peraza and Volpe coming up, and he played better. He plays better with fire. He always does. Always does, man. That's usually the case with players, man. You give them some pressure, and then next thing you know, they all of a sudden they start playing better. Well, yeah, folks, that's what we got. That's what we got. Yes, DJ will be playing tonight, Aiden. DJ will be playing tonight. Yo, D-Rod, we're giving you all sorts of ideas here. Look at all this closet talk, dude. Look at all this closet talk. All this closet talk, I'm telling you, man, we're giving you some ideas, man. That lock is working. You've been hiding in your closet. Now you're out. Bro, you need to start a YouTube channel. He better be writing this stuff down. He better be writing this stuff down. We're giving him some ideas, and we better see some residual income on that too. We better see some money out of that. We're all witnesses here, D-Rod. Yeah. We're $1 million ideas. Yeah, exactly. CT card. See, man. This is true. You're giving Wells a secondary career option. Yeah, I mean, you're doing what you can for your favorite player. I get it, Ken. I got you. I just read I should record it. Hey, look, you could still record it and be like, hey, here's what I did. I'm telling you, man. Then you could get on like one of those shows of like home renovations or whatever. I don't know what the name of those shows. It's like on the home network. I have no idea. I don't have cable, but you know what I'm talking about. The or the Giants designated Drew Pomeranz for assignment. Should the Yankees pick him up? Let's see. He is a lefty. He's 35 though. I mean, maybe. I mean, is he going to be a better option than Ferguson and Gonzalez? That's my question, Jonathan. I mean, right? Well, let's see. I'm trying to see his stats. I mean, you look at his career regular season, he's 48 and 58 with a 3.91 ERA. I would honestly, he is a lefty, but again, I don't know I don't know if he's going to be any better than Ferguson and Gonzalez. This is true too. They maybe they could pick him up and turn him into something. That could be a possibility. I mean, I remember one time we said some stuff about Clay Holmes when he had a high 5 ERA, and then Matt Blake turned this guy into a beast. HGTV. That's right. Thank you, D-Rod. Yeah, I'm not really sure about Drew Pomeranz. Honestly, I would pass personally, but that's just me. Lover listed, my fixer-upper, welcome home, Property Brothers, ate all Oh, man. Long and short about Cortes. He's a free agent at the end of the season and will walk. Cole returns. He doesn't have a position on staff. Yeah, you do. You do bring up an excellent point there. I'm just looking at Cortez's contract. So so be another arbitration year for 2025, and it says he'd be a free agent in 2026. But the Yankees could move on after this season from him. Closet renovation nightmares. You just have like a bunch of stuff just falling on you, and you getting all these like cuts and scars. Oh, that would be hilarious. And this is a good point too. You could get something for him while you can. I mean, he still has a little bit of value, and I'm sure some teams wouldn't mind having Nestor Cortes on their team. This is true. Man, look at this. We're on this channel. I didn't have the special guest come on. He didn't show up, but we still talked Yankees baseball. We talked about the series against the Angels. We talked about Angel Hernandez. We talked about closets and home renovations and food. I love this. I love these live streams because you never know where it's going to go. Oh, man, this is so much fun. Let me tell you. Talking about different trade proposals, talking about Ken's favorite catcher, Austin Wells. I mean, what more can you ask for? This is great. Yeah, you were comparing Angel Hernandez to My Little Pony villain. Yeah, I'm wondering if Will Warren is going to get called up because I remember Matt Blake did make a mention of Will Warren saying that he at some point he's going to get called up to the major league level, so that could be a possibility. Cortes going to the D-backs or Braves. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not entirely sure about that one. So Brian Hoke actually put out this tweet on X. So check this out. He's saying that the Yankees have won 17 of 22 since May 3rd, the best record in the majors in that span. Over that period, they led Major League Baseball in batting average with 277, slugging percentage of 497, home runs with 40, and a team ERA of 2.31. I don't know about you guys, but I think those are fantastic numbers. So I could pull up that tweet right now just so you all could see it. But Brian Hoke just posted that. So let me post that so y'all could see it. Oh, I'm trying to get this thing out of the way. What the heck? This is frustrating. Hold on. There we go. Check that out. Can we refrain from using the words catcher Wells in the same sentence, sort of like Army and Thomas? Oh God. Oh, that's funny. That is hilarious. Unfortunately, we can't separate the words catcher and Wells because Wells is a catcher. I'm sorry. But look at those stats right there. Since May 3rd, the Yankees have won 17 of 22, the best record in the majors in that span. And over that period, that led Major League Baseball in batting average with 277, slugging percentage of 497, 40 homers, and an ERA of 2.31, a team ERA of 2.31. Like, that is wild. Those are some, like, excellent numbers right there. Those are some excellent numbers right there. But good for the Yankees. I mean, those are, they've been on a roll. They've been on a roll, and especially Aaron Judge. He's been killing it, right? Ever since he got thrown out of that game by that umpire, when he came back, man, he came back with some fire. So, hey, it's your boy. What's up, man? Fun PK, man. OG, what's up? What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, if he's doing it live, I mean, I not. Hopefully, he's up. He's staying up. Yankees Giants are going to be epic. Are you going to one of those games, man? Let me know. And guys, it's worth noting too. Anthony Volpe is on a 19-game hitting streak. So, is he going to continue his hitting streak tonight? Will he make it 20? Yeah. Oh, I appreciate you subscribing, man. Thank you so much. And yeah, Jason's the man. Jason's the man. Hopefully you all subscribe to Jason's channel. He does an excellent job there with his channel. So Jason's the man. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah, it's yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'll be up too. You know, I mean, where I am, it's like early enough that I can stay up. So in my area, the game will probably end around like I want to say close to 11 o'clock where I am. Where for folks on the east, it's probably gonna be like 1 o'clock. So we'll see. No, a bunch of my Yankees friends are. Oh, you're sent. Okay, I got you. Yeah, Aaron Judge in San Fran. That will be interesting. I mean, he's from Northern California, right? So, no, I'm not on the East Coast. I'm not on the East Coast. I used to be. I was born on the East Coast. I was born in New York, but haven't lived in New York in quite some time now. So, but I'm going to slowly wrap it up here, folks. Again, I appreciate you all coming on. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but I was supposed to have Adron Chambers come on the show. He's not here, but again, that's okay. I will, we still rocked out. I'm not gonna let that ruin my party. So, or ruin my day. It's always great to talk to all of you. I like talking Yankees baseball and talking baseball in general, and just get everybody's input. So, Brian Cashman going to be Yankees GM. I mean, I don't know about forever, but he's been a GM for a long time, and I think I think his contract, I want to say, is up in 2026. So I think they're going to have somebody take over his role. There was a name that was mentioned. Marte capped out at a 21 game hitting streak when he got busted last week. True. Yeah, West Coast games are late, man. I mean, you get those games that start close to freaking 10 o'clock on the East Coast, and I don't know how many people actually stay up. I'm sure some people do. Yeah, it turned into a Yankees Angels pregame show. It turned into a show about closets, trades, Angel Hernandez. We talked about a lot of things. So, it's always fun. I like where the conversations go sometimes. So, and I appreciate you all getting involved here. Yeah, Yankees fans are going to take over Oracle Park. They're going to take over the Angels Stadium too, starting tonight. Yankees fans are everywhere, and I know there's a lot of Yankees fans in Cali, no doubt. Yeah, well, man, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, right now the Phillies are red hot. It'll be interesting to see how well the Braves do in the playoffs. We'll have to wait and see. You're not trading your closet? I wonder what you would get back for it if you did. That would be interesting. I mean, Yankees fans take over every stadium. I mean, it's like I went to a couple of the games when they came out here to Colorado, and there was more Yankees fans than Rockies fans, and I've never seen that stadium so packed. It's like the Yankees coming to town, boom, it's packed, and it's like, that's like the most fans that that Coors Field gets. It's crazy. Do you rent out your closet? Well, so here's the thing, man. Hal made a point saying that they're going to find a way to sign Juan Soto. He made that very clear. But as far as having a tight budget, I mean, look, owners want to owners don't want to stay under a certain threshold because they're tired of, they don't like the fact that they have to pay a tax because of being over a certain threshold. So I'm not, nobody should be surprised about Hal's comments. All right. He's been saying for a long time that he doesn't feel like they need a $300 million budget or a payroll to win a World Series, and they don't. And teams have proven that in the past. All right. They have proven that in the past. So they're going to find a way to sign Juan Soto. All right. They have a lot of money coming off the books. Okay. And they're probably going to start utilizing some of their youth from the minor leagues. So, and it's going to be a cheaper route for them. So nobody should be surprised by this. Nobody should be freaked out about this comment either. And he's right though too. This type of budget, it's not sustainable whatsoever. It really isn't. That would be very interesting. So the over-under, I believe I said it was 8. It was like 8 or 8.5. There, Stephen B. What's your score? Yeah, exactly. Don't give them their security deposit back. I'd say Baltimore Orioles are definitely the biggest threat to the Yankees. Seattle could be that threat too. Seattle, let's not count them out. They're a good team, right? Yeah, Baltimore, I'd say it's the biggest threat. Yeah, we could talk about benching Soto and bringing up Dominguez maybe on another show, and then move Judge to shortstop. Yeah, that's fine. Right, exactly. So, it's 8.5. Yeah, it was 8.5. 6-1. So you're under. Oh, Nathan, what's going on? Oh, so he thought it was Thursday. Okay. Okay, no worries, man. Bro, we still rocked out. I mean, shoot, if he says he can still do today, I mean, folks, what do you think? Is he able to get on right now? Exactly. Mets have an insane payroll. Nothing to show for it. So, go figure. Rangers need pitching. Could use Cortes too, but they got Valdi back. That will be tough. Agreed. All right, yeah, dude. If he can jump on right now, cool. But I would love to do one with him later on tonight, but I won't be able to. I have other commitments. That's the problem. All right, I'm getting a lot of support here. It sounds like they really want Adron Chambers. So yeah, let's see. I'm like trying to see who's got the worst record in all of baseball right now. So White Sox are terrible. White Sox have, I want to say, looks like they have the worst record in all of baseball. Yeah, the White Sox have the worst record in all of baseball. That's another threat right there, the Kansas City Royals. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, the Royals are good. That's a team you definitely have to watch out for. They made some great acquisitions this season. So, all right. Nathan is saying he will have his team work their magic. Hang in there, everyone. Nathan, I appreciate you, bro. Again, my thoughts are with you and the family, man. I hope you all are doing okay. I know times are tough right now, but thank you so much, man. It really means the world. It really does. But yeah, so yeah, they all believe in you. You got a lot of support here. You got a lot of support here. So well, while we're waiting, boy, it's been an interesting day. It's been so interesting. Oh my goodness. So I kind of figured he probably forgot and thought it was a different day. It happens. It happens. We're all human here. Athletes make mistakes too, right? Just like Austin Wells throws it to Aaron Judge when he tries to throw out a batter or a runner. They're all human. We're all human here. Yeah, Luis Robert. Yeah, he's always hurt, no doubt. Oh, here we go. Adron Chambers is joining in 5 minutes, according to the team. All right, Nathan, you the man. You and your team. Let's go. Nathan, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we're gonna rock out. We're gonna rock out. Cool. Yeah, the Royals invested in the free agent market and brought in quality starters. The youth movement are developing faster than anticipated. Solid hitting team. Yeah, Ken, you hit the nail on the head, man. It's the same link. Yeah, it should be the same link. I could resend it to you if you want. Let me know there, Nathan. I'll double check on my end too, just to make sure. Hold on. Should be the same link though. Yeah, it's the same link, man. Should be good to go. Yeah, Bobby Witt Jr. That guy's a beast. I mean, the Royals were smart in extending him. Okay, cool, Nathan. Cool. That's a service call customer earlier. Bad stand and primary. Okay. Yeah, holidays always. I don't know, man. It's that Memorial Day is always on a Monday, but it's always weird when like these other holidays they fall on like the most random days. All right, and Nathan is saying we will enjoy Adron Chambers. It's good to know. Awesome personality. Cool. I love when guys. Yeah, I love when athletes have great personalities. So. Yeah, it's great. Sorry, I'm just messaging someone real quick. Read articles of getting rid of Gleyber Torres. Nah, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. There was a lot of articles. Look, Torres could have been traded a couple of times. I mean, Yankees had opportunity. They didn't though. They almost pulled off a trade a couple of years ago at the deadline with the Marlins, but then the Yankees called it off at the last second because the Marlins asked for Oswald Peraza. Yeah. Today feels like today does not feel like a Friday to me. It does not. Yeah, for Pablo Lopez. Thank you. It was for Pablo Lopez. Yeah. The trade almost went down for Pablo Lopez. for Gleyber Torres, but then the Marlins also asked for Peraza, and they basically Yankees told him to go kick rocks. So, hey, and I got our special guest in the back. He's ready to go. If you're ready to go, man, give me a thumbs up. Yes, sir. Already, folks. I got special guest Adron Chambers here. What is going on, man?
Man, what's happening? Can you hear me?
I could hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Please forgive me. I've been running around like I really got something to do. I'm actually going to see my daughter tomorrow, so I was trying to plan some things. So excuse me for missing my time.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you.
No, I appreciate you coming on. I was wondering. I was like, okay, he probably confused the days or the times, and it's all good, man. You came on, so I greatly appreciate you taking the time to come on and talking to us.
No doubt. No doubt. Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you for taking the time. So, for folks that don't know you, I always like to start it off with this with ball players, whether current or former. How did you get into baseball, man? Like, what got you into it? What made you fall in love with it? What motivated you to play the sport? Talk to us.
Well, I guess you could say it's a number of things, man. My older brothers, I can give them some of the credit. My uncle. I had uncles that played in the Negro Leagues, and this is just stories from my other uncles. And it also was like the neighborhood. You know, everybody in the neighborhood where I grew up, we played sports, and whether it was football or baseball, basketball, we grew up being competitive that way, and that's how in baseball kind of brought all that out. I actually was a football player at heart. But baseball was my first sport that I ever played, and it really was like one of those sports that I guess would be, because it was so tough. The challenge kind of made me want to go after it. You know what I'm saying? So eventually it became a part of who I was. And matter of fact, I had other coaches kind of telling me that you know baseball was probably a better choice for me rather than football. I ended up going to Mississippi State to go play football before I played baseball. So, yeah, man, it's a number of things that I can give credit to, man. But baseball has always been one of them sports that I really enjoyed, and I created a lot of friendships from it too.
Yeah, I bet. And baseball is probably the better. It's probably the better choice for you than football. Football, I mean, there's so many injuries, as you know, and concussions. So baseball was probably the better route. I know you played for the Cardinals, and you were on that 2011 World Series team.
Correct.
What was that like, man? For that team to win it. I mean, you played with some great players. Like you were on the same team as Albert Pujols, Yadier Molina. Right. I mean, you played with some great players, man. What was that like?
Yeah, man. Ryan Terrio, Nick Punto, Edwin Jackson, Arthur Rhodes, Corey Patterson, Matt Holliday, Lance Berkman, Chris Carpenter, Ryan Franklin early in the year. Mark McGuire was my hitting coach.
Wow.
Tony La Russa was our manager. Dave McKay. Man, the list goes on, man. I can name all these guys, man. And to be honest with you, at the time, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I was a rookie. I'm still surprised sometimes that, I have that World Series ring. Not that I ain't work hard, just because I had so many great players around me that really got the job done. You know what I mean? But, and I say but respectfully, it's like what I took out of it, to be honest with you, was how, because I had great guys like Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina and all those other great names I named, I learned how to be a team player, man. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing I got from that, and that's on and off the field. As I've gotten older, I've just seen the importance of what it means to be a team player. You know what I mean? And whether it's relationships, or in business. You know what I mean? How to figure out what's needed for the team, and if you can contribute to that, you put your best foot forward. I had some great guys to show me how that works, man. Yariel, man, they call Albert the machine, but Yadi was the real machine. You know what I mean? And no
Yeah.
disrespect to Albert, but Yadier Molina was truly a big impact to that 2000 to the St. Louis Cardinals, period. But guys like him, guys like Edwin Jackson, playing for all these teams, just lets you know that he always wanted to be accountable for whatever he had. So yeah, man, it was a great experience, man. One that I'm still fortunate enough to live off of to this day and use. You know what I'm saying? What I mean live off of is the stories I'm able to tell and use for my life. So it was a great that 2011 team was probably the best team I've ever been on. One of them.
Absolutely, yeah. Because I remember that St. Louis Cardinals team, and those were some great years for that organization. I mean, there were some big names. You mentioned a lot of the big names there, man. So that had to been memorable, and I'm sure those are things that you will always remember, and it's never going to go away. And I got a few people asking in the chat, asking some questions. So I'll pull up a couple of questions here for you, Adrian. And it's Adrian, right? I just want to make sure.
The crazy thing about it is, man, my name has been tossed around so many times. Respectfully, I got to give it to him.
Yeah.
I guess when you read it, it can be hard, but my mom says Adron, Adron,
Adrian. Okay.
and my father said, he passed away, but he said,
sorry,
Adron. You know what I mean? That was like the professional way. My mama said Adron, I knew I was in trouble. You know what I'm saying? She never said Adron. So yeah, man. Most people just call me AD.
AD? Okay, we could go AD.
Exactly.
We could go AD. That's fine.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. I won't call you Adron because I'm like, all right, I'm not this guy's mother, so he's not in trouble with me. So we're
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Got a question here from CT Cards. He would love to know what you miss most about playing.
What do I miss most about playing is probably being able to have those meals, man. Like, we had our own chef, you know what I'm saying? Whenever we went to Philadelphia, I remember eating was it the In-N-Out burger? Maybe it wasn't the In-N-Out burger. No, that was the Philly cheesesteaks.
The Philly cheesesteaks. Yeah,
that was the Philly cheesesteaks out there in Philly. But man, just being able to have access, man, to a lot of these things. Not that I care about those things like that, but it was just, being a ball player really had its perks. That they don't tell you about the life after baseball. You know what I'm saying? But I remember when I first got to the big leagues, going from the minors, we carried our luggage to the buses. You know what I'm saying? In the major leagues, you don't carry your stuff to the bus. You know what I'm saying? So that means that you got a chance to interact with more people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to figure out who got my stuff because I might have something in there that I don't want nobody to see. You know what I'm saying? But being able to have just the access, man, and the people. You know what I mean? I've met so many great people, man. Like it's right now even it's bringing back memories of just things and the moments that I was able to share with people, man. I actually just wrote my first book. And I'm kind of giving a lot of that in detail, man, like a lot of stories from that 2011 year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. From Pensacola to the World Series. It should be out in the next few weeks. It's still in the editing process, but everything is finished. It's wrote, man. It's going to be a great book too.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I'll look out for it.
No doubt.
Also, before I get to the next question here, on Nitin Ramachandra, who set this all up, he's saying he's still in Florida and he'd like to meet up with you. So
yeah, man.
Maybe you guys can set something up.
I told him I was gonna try to. Today was such a crazy day. I'm actually headed to Canada. My daughter and my son, they live out there in Canada.
Whoa.
So, I'm headed out there tomorrow to go be with them, and tell him whenever I get back. I'm gonna see if he's still around and we can go to the beach or something.
That's what's up. Yeah, no, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. How long are you gonna be in Canada for?
I'm guessing like a week, but you never know, man. My daughter, she'll give me them eyes and she'll make me want to stay longer or something like that, you know. So, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm excited to see my son, man. It's been too long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
man.
doubt, man. Now you got to go see the kids, man. Got to go
Exactly.
see the kids.
Exactly.
They're important, no doubt, man. Um, and D Rod here. So it's funny. We were talking about Yadier Molina. Yes, he did play with Yadier Molina when he was with the Cardinals. He's asking what's Yadier Molina like? You kind of described that a little bit. And would you say that he's a player manager kind of guy? Is what he's asking.
Yeah, he managed us then, even as a player, to be
Yeah.
honest. It's crazy though, because now you're starting to hear that because of Ali. Ali actually, him and I played A-ball together in Palm Beach. Great man, you know what I'm saying? Great coach, obviously it showed in the minor leagues, and even showing now. It's just those woes, man. It's different in the major league. So I would say yes, Yachty is, obviously a man that people highly respect, knows the game of baseball, is well known in the game of baseball. I think he would be a great fit, but you just never know unless, they get that opportunity. So I'm hoping, that possibly not necessarily taking Ali's job, because I believe Ali is doing a good job himself, having to, come. I think the biggest thing that Yachty would have on him is being able to have that major league experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Being able to play and catch. I mean, he's seeing the field a different way than a lot of people. But man, you just never know, man. The game has changed, and the knowledge of the game is very important. And one thing for sure, I do know that Ali understands the game of baseball as well. So, yeah, man, I think Yachty is most definitely managerial material, man, for sure.
Yeah, I would love to see him manage a team. I don't know where, who, or how, but I'd love to see that. I mean, he just always seems like that. He always seemed like a good leader. Like
Yeah,
I,
man.
I've
Quiet. He was a quiet. The thing about it, he understood that he spoke when he needed to, but mostly he was just in the cut, man, chilling. You know what I mean?
yeah.
My aunt Yachty is like my auntie's favorite player. She was like, he just looks so crazy with all the tattoos, and he just like he'll kill somebody. I'm like, no, no, Yachty ain't Yachty. He might, you know what I'm saying? But to be
Yeah.
honest with you, it's like the opposite. Like you be wanting him to talk more, and it's like he know exactly what to say. And it was like that too. He knew exactly what to say, and everybody listened.
Yeah. Well, I could agree with your grandmother's point, though. I mean, sometimes it's the quiet ones you got to look out for.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. And that's what I had to explain to her.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Let me grab another question here. This is from Ken. Ken's pretty awesome guy here. He's asking, Mr. Chambers, in high school, you were a two-sport athlete. In your senior year, you passed for 2,000 yards. You went to Mississippi State and played as a CB. Uh, why this you change? Why did you change positions? Okay.
And I know exactly what he talking about. Appreciate
Okay.
you. He understand and know what I'm saying a little bit of my history, and it's
Yeah.
all in the book, man. I can't wait till this book comes out. But yeah, man. When I in high school, crazy story. We had an all-star game. What happened? I see you laughing over there.
There was a comment by one of the guys. I'll pull it up, but continue.
Okay, bet.
I'm
Uh,
sorry.
we went. I'm sorry. We had an all-star game. I was a quarterback. In high school, led all of the city. I was more of an athlete. But I tore my ACL in high school my senior year, so I didn't even get a chance to play my senior year baseball. And that kind of like was part of the reason. When I went to Mississippi State, I had a scholarship. I had declared to go to Mississippi State as a junior, and it was so blessed. I was so blessed to be able to have Coach Coon keep my scholarship my senior year because I couldn't even play. No, I had a torn ACL.
Oof,
When I
yeah.
got to state, it was more so like whatever I need to do. At first, I started as a receiver, and I was a really good receiver, but we had some DBs go down. And Coach Kroom kind of thought I would be a great receiver because I mean DB because I can catch too. I can cover and I can catch the pick. I just love football and I try to play wherever. So the main reason is though I tore my ACL and I kind of felt like Coach McCorvey, he kind of seen me as more of an athlete anyway coming in that year. But with me tearing my ACL, it was like it was a no doubter that I needed to just prepare. I was already short, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't land. It was my front foot, so it was a lot going on. So the transition was like a lot of my decision as well as Coach Kroom's.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. Who was your what teams did you root for when you were growing up? I know you played both football and baseball. What teams did you root for growing up?
David Justice, Atlanta Braves, man. I was
There
a
you
Braves
go.
fan. Yeah, man. It was
Yeah.
so crazy because I remember watching for Carl on TV, and then he became my teammate. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
watching him play for the Braves and then him being our shortstop for the World Series, man, it was still one of them, just meeting him. And I remember I had to give him a ride home one day from the stadium. I guess his wife fell asleep at the house, so he needed a ride back to the stadium. And I had my nice Mercedes. You know, everybody else got they cars were way different than mine. You know what I'm saying? But mine was still a player. Don't get me wrong. But I was just so proud to be able to have him riding in my car. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing that he was somebody I looked up to. Obviously, that stuff ain't important. You know what I'm saying? Now I didn't grew up, but yeah, man. Rafael Furcal, David Justice. That was really the Braves. Bobby Cox, man, was like everything. Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, the Braves were my team.
No
Terry.
doubt. And Braves, I mean, yeah, they had a killer of a team. I mean, you mentioned Greg Maddux, you mentioned David Justice, and they had Tom Glavine, Andrew Jones,
Javier
Chipper
Lopez.
Jones. Who? I'm sorry.
Javier Lopez.
Javier Lopez. Yeah, Javi was a beast too. I mean,
he made me respect the fifth position in the lineup because he always hit fifth a lot of times. So me playing, I was a football player, so I knew cleanup position was a good one. Leadoff was always a good one. The third batter was probably the best batter, right? So watching him come up to the plate, being that fifth batter was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like he should be the third batter,
Yeah.
But I also just let you know how stacked that team was too. Brian Kolesko, oh man, it was so many.
Yeah, like I said, you're probably gonna give me a hard time with this one, but like a lot of myself and a lot of folks that are in this chat, or a lot of us are Yankees fans. But
it's
I
all
was gonna
good.
say every fan is welcome on this channel. I don't care what team you like.
But, I like Derek Jeter too. You know what I'm saying? So
of course.
It is what it is. I mean, I think just being a ball player, I never really was the guy. I had my teams. I'm from Florida, so I'm really like, Miami Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Rays. I'm more like hometown. But I mean, when it comes to the Yankees are just like they the best. You know what I'm saying? That's where everybody, except for Ken Griffith Jr. He don't want to play. He don't want to play for the Yankees, but
it's okay.
Yeah,
we had Bernie Williams.
I feel you. And Bernie again, he was one of my favorite too, man. So yeah, I don't mind having the Yankees. It's just if I'm playing against y'all, I'm on the other side. I'm coming for your neck. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But
it's business.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah, no doubt. So while we're talking about different teams, so we have another question here. So I think this is a good question right here. It's by Stephen B. He's asking you, was there any team you wish you could play for that you didn't? And if so, what team and why?
It wasn't a team necessarily, but it was a manager. Dusty Baker, man.
You wanted to play for him?
Yeah, I remember being in Cincinnati. Brandon Phillips was over there. And I think this was in 2012, maybe 13. And I remember him walking up to me, and he gave me his phone number. I mean, there in batting practice, he gave me his number. Was like, call me. This is my first time meeting him, man. And I remember saving the number. I think I was too scared or something to call him. I was young and still wild, that I wasn't even mindful enough to call him, man. But it was what he said. He was like, I would love for you to be over here playing with me. You know what I'm saying? And that just gave me that. I think I had double that game, matter of fact. Came in a pinch hit double. But it was like, having people like that, man, and representing, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just seemed like a perfect manager to play for. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like the guy that I could really relate to. And I think a lot of times when it comes to baseball, because of the lack of our, Moorish people, it's like you can get that discouragement. Tony Russo was a great manager. I love him. He's my favorite manager. But being able to look at Dusty Baker and see that he looks like me, it just, I don't know, it put it in my head of always that wishful thinking. You know what I'm saying? So, but I had some great managers, man, and but Dusty Baker, it wasn't necessarily a team; it was more so a manager. You know what I mean? I would have loved to play for Dusty Baker wherever he went.
That makes sense. I mean, Dusty Baker, he managed the Giants for a long time. He just recently managed the Houston Astros. I mean, he's very well liked. He's very well respected.
Yeah,
Seems like he understands the game, knows the game. He knows how to connect with players.
exactly.
So I can understand why you would want to play for a guy like him because, yeah, Dusty Baker, he just seems like a really cool guy.
Yeah, man.
He just seems like a really cool guy. I mean, that makes.
I mean, and then with the 2-pick with the wristbands, he put more flair. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I wasn't necessarily I had a lot of flair, but I didn't mind flair. You know what I'm saying? I like the excitement. So yeah.
Yeah. So let me add, because you played for quite a few different teams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the experience was different for each one.
Most
I would assume. I would assume your best times were probably with the Cardinals.
Yes, most
What was
definitely.
the
Best team by far.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like the other teams you played for, because I know you had a stint with the Astros, Blue Jays, the Cubs, and there was like a few other teams you had your you played for. You had your moments with. I mean, what was it like with those teams? Was it good, bad?
Yeah, man. So being with the Cardinals kind of set the mark. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah,
Cardinal way, as they say. Having Ozzie Smith, Willie McGee, you know what I'm saying? All the Albert. I mean, I had so many guys to look up to, I guess you could say. So when I went over to the Astros, uh, Lou Now, who was the general manager, I mean, he was basically operating minor leagues for the Cardinals. He ended up being the general manager for the Astros. So I kind of went over there with him. And it was great, man. You know what I'm saying? Bo was over there. Porter, that is. He was managing at the time. But it was like yeah, man, the Astros were pretty cool because it was new. Everything was changing. You know what I'm saying? To see where they are now, it was happening that year it was everything was getting ready, you know what I'm saying, was changing. How they were
right.
playing the game, the whole shifting and the analytics was really starting to be a big part, that year I had went over there. But the Cubs, most definitely because of his history, they were great. The Blue Jays, I was only there for a small period of time, but it was different. Even now, my kids in Canada, you know what I mean? I went back to Canada and played with a team called the Ottawa Champions. We ended up winning the championship out there in 2016. Um, but Toronto was it was Canadians. It was different. I don't know. It's nothing against Canada. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to say nothing. I love Canada. I don't care for the snow. I'm a Florida boy. You see the sun right here.
Absolutely.
But Toronto was okay. It was cool. I just wasn't there a long time. I ended up playing with, like I said, the Cubs and the Phillies for a little bit. Um, yeah, man. Even in Philly, spring training, man, was I had to serve a suspension, 50-game suspension. So I was at their facility in Clearwater for a little while before I end up going to the Iron Pigs. And everything over there was beautiful too. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, it was just nothing was like St. Louis. Nothing was like St. Louis because you had the fans. The fans were always there, and like I said, the Cardinal way. It was like the Yankees, then the Cardinals. You know what I mean, or the Dodgers, Cardinals, whatever you want to say. But they just set a high mark of representation for the baseball game, and that's what I love. I cared about playing. I was that guy that was gonna run into the fence, and I ain't go to the training room, in which I probably should have. You know what I'm saying? I probably should have sat my butt down, but I was just one of those hard. You know what I mean? One of those
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
nosed guys, man, and that's how I felt. in St. Louis. It was just a lot of guys that really worked really hard and fundamentally sound. You know what I mean? But I had a great time playing professional ball, man. I really did.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I know I want to ask this question too because I know a couple of players that I've talked to that I've interviewed. Something that they mentioned was being away from family.
Yeah.
How hard was that for you? Did you have a lot of difficulty with that? Because 162 games on the road. I mean, I know once the season's over, you get about a month break, and then you have to get back into the grind again to get ready for spring training. I mean, how hard was that for you as a player during your career? I'm sure being retired now, it's probably so much easier for you now.
Yeah, it's more so when I go back and I think about it. I mean, it had its moments, most definitely. I missed a lot of, I missed a lot of births. I missed, deaths. You know what I'm saying? When family members
Yeah.
passed away. You know what I'm saying? So, it had its moments where I wanted to be with my family. For certain moments. Earlier, most definitely in my career, but it got to a point to where it started becoming more. I started getting numb to it. You know what I mean? Living in hotels, things like that. It just became more regular, and I adapted. You know what I'm saying? I had to adapt. It was tough, most definitely. Them 0 for 4 days, and you hearing everybody booing you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Yeah.
Especially if you ain't got no significant other to talk to right there. Calling mama, where you at? I need some help. You know what I'm saying? Daddy, where you at? You know what I mean? So it's like, it had its moments most definitely, but I can say that that kind of wore off, being away from family. That's that. It became at a certain time, especially leading up to the World Series, it came a time of grind. I was grinding, you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't focus on what was going on back home. I had to focus on what I was doing, you know what I'm saying, playing. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was tough, but I think most players, if they really think about it, the ones that really wanted to make it to the major leagues, they probably would say the same thing. That it was hard, but you were such in grind mode. You playing every day. You know what I'm saying? So you thinking about what's going on back home, you slipping. You know what I'm saying? You slipping. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it was tough, but you kind of get over it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure at that level you got to be laser focused.
Yeah,
You
man.
can't have like even a minor distraction because I'm sure that minor distraction could probably throw you off the game. And yeah, it needs 100% of your attention at all times. I mean,
100%.
so I mean, after all, I mean, being a professional athlete, man, it's not easy, right? It's not
No,
easy. If it was easy, obviously everybody would do it.
I mean,
I'm sure
I seen a guy go 3 for 3 with 3 home runs and get cut the next day. You know what I mean? Like
that's crazy.
I
Yeah,
still, even though it was in the minor leagues, I still think about that all the time because I think that day I went 0 for 3 with 3 Ks, and he also was an outfielder. So it's like wow, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm the one that should be cut. You know what I'm saying? Just the feeling wise, but I guess the Cardinals seen something else. I mean, it was a good choice, not kicking me off. I ain't saying, you know what I'm saying, getting rid of him because eventually we end up, like I said, winning that World Series. Uh, but yeah, man, you just think about all that type of stuff, and once you start putting things in perspective, like really, you have to. Not that I don't care about my family, but I have to like, okay, y'all, sit over here for a second while I go over here and get this.
yeah, and I'm sure coming up in the minor leagues, man. I mean, that has to be tough because not a lot of play. I mean, I was told that only a very small percentage of players make it out of the minor leagues. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and it's not that number is not big. So you have to be on it, right? And the scouts, I'm sure I know they're tough, and there are certain things that they're looking for.
right.
So
It's,
I'm sure it was a challenging time for you coming up through the minors and just making yourself stand out, getting your name out there and be like, hey, look at me, I got what it takes. Like,
it's
how
crazy
hard.
that you say that because I'm hoping we have some young athletes on here, and able to just take a little piece of a nugget. You know what I'm saying? I don't care for advice. I just, give you a little bit of my experience. That's
Sure.
that's what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? And I got invited. After Mississippi State, I came over to Pensacola Junior College at the time, and they were here to look at another player. I ended up playing well that game. They asked me to come to a tryout in Memphis, Tennessee. I go to Memphis, Tennessee. I actually was late because I had to ride the bus to get there.
Oh man.
And when I got there, everybody's in the out. They're taking batting practice. There's about 100 kids out there, and they in the outfield, some hitting. And I was like, I gotta make an impression. I have
Right.
to. So I went to center field, and I just started running after balls like a bat out of, you know what I'm saying? Like I just started catching everything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't care. I asked everybody that was around me to move just a little bit, give me some space. I'm finna chase these fly balls, and during batting practice, I'm robbing home runs and diving. And I truly believe that that's kind of what got me. And it wasn't nothing that I was like I was trying to impress most definitely, but it wasn't that I was trying to be no cupcake, you know what I'm saying? Like the teacher said. It wasn't none of that, you know what I'm saying? It was that I knew, and it wasn't that I was running after him and not making the plays. Like I was making the plays too, you know what I'm saying? So I really, like you said, you have to make people see you. And I think big time that right then and there they called me upstairs and was like, listen, we're gonna give you $50,000. Take it, you know what I'm saying? Like right.
Whoa.
So I
Yeah.
go from leaving Mississippi State, going through so much crap in college, uh, making terrible decisions, you know what I'm saying? Having to overcome adversity, not knowing what I'm finna do, going to play baseball and end up getting drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals, one of the greatest organizations in the game. And later on in my life, end up winning the World Series. So that piece of me going out there diving for them balls, who knows? I feel like it was a part of, them saying, okay, we want that guy.
Yeah, I mean, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, man. If it's part of
Right.
your plan, if it's part of the plan, if it's meant to be there with you, if it was part of the plan, I mean, sounds like it really worked out, and I'm glad it did, man.
Say that, no doubt.
For
Thank
you, yeah. And it's funny too because we're talking about Mississippi State and football again. Ken is also asking this question. He said that you left Mississippi State to play baseball, and he's asking you if you would ever have considered being a two-sport athlete like Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders.
Yeah, man. Listen, I got so many stories I can sit here and tell, man. I actually, after the World Series, I walked up to Dion. But even before the World Series, Bill Parcells, Tony La Russa, they close friends, and they came to spring training all the time. And
Mm-hmm.
Sylvester Croom, who was the our coach at Mississippi State, he was well known in the NFL, and they knew him. You know what I'm saying? And I remember Bill Parcells and Tony La Russa was right in front of each other, and I went over there and shake Bill Parcells' hand, and I was like, "Look, Coach Sly Croom, if that's what they call Coach Sylvester Croom." He's like, "Oh, I know Coach Sly." I said, "I was over there at Mississippi State with him." He's like, "Oh yeah." I said, "Nah, I bet you if you call Coach, he gonna vouch for me for playing this football." You know what I'm saying? So if you need me, let me know. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we was messing with each other with a story like that. He was like, "All right, come show me." And Tony La Russa was like, "Go back in the locker room. You ain't finna play no football." And Dion kind of had the same story. He was like, you know, "Yeah, I know who you are." You know what I'm saying? Like after the World Series, he was still, analyzing, an anchor, I should say. But he was like, you playing the right sport. Football is a tough sport, basically. He was like, it ain't that I couldn't do it, but it's gonna beat up your body. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, I considered it most definitely, but the beat up that I was doing to myself in baseball, and football, man, I can only imagine what him and Bo Jackson went through, dog. Like, I played college football, and I was a DB. I had to hit people, so I
No
felt,
doubt, man.
what I mean. I was a quarterback in high school, so I felt, I know what football feels like. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yeah, I'm gonna stick with this baseball for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna worry about that football. I wanted to keep my body intact. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I always thought about it, but I was cool with the decision just to play baseball.
Like I said, man, I think you made a good decision. I mean, I have nothing against football. I do like football, but there's a lot of I mean, right now you're seeing injuries with baseball, so many of them. But football has a ton of injuries, whether it's concussions, people tearing their ACLs, their MCLs. I mean, you name it. There's so many injuries like that. I know from when you played the game of baseball, when you were up in the majors, the rules back then were so much different.
Yeah.
There's been so many rule changes in the sport. What is your reaction, man? How do you feel about all these rule changes? Do you favor them? Are you against them?
I mean, it's some that I care for. It's some that I don't. You know what I mean? Just being, the old school player that I like to think that I am. Obviously, I don't mind keeping things, the same. It's just about the hustle. But when it comes to the fans watching the game, and nowadays, well, before they put that clock in.
Mm-hmm.
Guys were taking a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like they was doing some extra stuff.
Right.
So when you start adding stuff like this, it's like, yeah, I can understand. I can understand the bigger bases. I can understand. The one that I really don't care about is like putting that runner on base. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. The ghost runner.
Yeah, man. I don't necessarily care for that. It's kind of elementary to me, but I mean, people are watching the game more, and I don't think it's because of that. I do think it's because the pace of the game is speeding up, so it's a lot of less of that, that downtime. I do see that, but also I see more concentration. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still don't care for them opening up their hat and looking at, what I'm saying, where to position yourself, because it's like, bruh, he might be having a bad day. His wrist might be hurting. He can't get around on the ball. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna hit it over there. He gonna hit over. So it's like little stuff like that, But I mean, I'm cool with the change. I'm glad that I think baseball got ranked like the number one sport or something like that, right? The other day or something like that, they got ranked some kind of ranking. I seen uh some award show. I seen they got ranked like the number one sport in some kind. I forget.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it's funny that you bring up talking about like the speeding up the game. It's funny too because I remember I was talking to a couple of the other content creators, and it was hilarious. We were talking about it, and he's saying, I could go online to the concession stand, waiting to get my food, get my drinks, and before you know it, it's like 2 innings just passed by because the game, the speed of the game is just like it's so fast now. So it's like you can't like even get up to go to the bathroom even.
Right.
So it's funny. I mean,
That's another perspective. I never even thought about that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I didn't came to go pay for this game, and I want to go buy a hot dog that already gonna cost me $10. Now I'm gonna miss 2 winners of the game because I can't. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
yeah, I do get it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm cool with keeping the game the same, man. Like the game been doing good for so long. I think a lot of the extra stuff kind of made people and then the money, man. I mean, think about how much money these guys are making. I'm not knocking nobody pockets, man. It's a lot, So you're gonna get a lot of clapback from that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a lot of people, wanting things done a certain way. So
yeah. Because for your like average fan, it's like they already spend so much money going to the game. Those tickets are insane right now, right? For like your average fan. So it's getting to a point where a family of four can't quite afford it, right? So by the time they get to, it's like it's already a pain to get to the stadium because of all the traffic and all the madness that goes down. You got to wait in line. And yeah, I mean, now it's just, every time I go to a ball game, I make sure I get my food, my drink, and go sit down and just be good for, 5 or 6 innings,
yeah,
just so I don't have to miss anything. Cause I could be missing something.
right,
But yeah, it's changed a lot. I know a lot of fans. I mean, a lot of people I've talked to, they don't like all these rule changes with the pitch clock and the ghost runner. You have to make eye contact now with the batter, which how do you know you're making eye contact? It's just I don't know. There's a lot of these rules now. I mean, I get the idea of speeding up the game because sometimes, I mean, I can't stay up for all the games. I mean, if games are
right,
going 4 hours, I'm like, all right, I'm falling asleep. I got to go to bed, man, because
right. It's
I
like
can't.
I know it's a different sport, but it was like
Yeah.
that one Colorado game. I think it was Colorado State. You remember that? and it
Yeah.
like started real late and it didn't end to like forever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like those games, like I want to be able to stay up for a game like that, a good game, but I don't want to stay up for all of them like that. You know what I'm saying? So I get it with shortening the game, but at the same time, it's that integrity of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
that's kind of being stripped a little bit too, because as a hitter, I love watching big Poppy spit in his gloves, clapping twice. You know what I'm saying? Get back in. Now it's like you can't. I like the way my dog Tommy Pham hit. He don't even get out of the box. You know what I'm saying? Like he stay in
Yeah.
the box the whole time. So yeah, man, that's how it was. It's different, but it's like it seems like people are watching more, and that's what's important too. People watching. I know kids in my community. The kids that I work with my organization, Swing Champ. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
they're interested in playing baseball, and that's something that I always wanted to be a part of, is seeing my community, play more baseball because of what baseball was able to do for me.
No, that's awesome, man. And that's the thing. I'm glad that there are still a lot of fans tuning in. I'm glad that it's gaining more fans. The sport is. I mean, I want it's important, right? Especially when it gets out to a lot of communities out there. So I definitely want the sport to continue growing, and I still want it to be a thing. I don't want it to go away, but at the same time, just don't destroy the originality of the game. Don't take the fun out of it. So that's my main thing, is just don't take the fun out of the game. Make it exciting. Make it intriguing. Like make people want to come back. And tune in, whether they're going to the game or not. Just have people coming back. I mean, you want your fans to be happy. One would think, but what?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's about the people. I play better when I go to Venezuela. When I used to go to those places, baseball was so much different because everybody was excited. A lot of people in the stands, drums everywhere. Baseball was fun. It's easier to play in that type of atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
better.
bet. Yeah. Well, baseball is huge out there, right? Like there in Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic,
Yeah, man.
those three countries. I mean, yeah, baseball is like what like football is like out here.
Yeah, man.
So in this country, so yeah, I that makes total sense. And I'll pull up what's the real quick what's the name of your book?
It's
One of
called
the
it's called From Pensacola to the World Series.
From Pensacola to the World Series. All right, CT Cards and everybody else in the chat, make sure you all write that down.
Appreciate that.
From
Uh,
Pensacola to the World Series.
Coming out real soon. Like I said, it's in the editing process, man. I've been throwing out little clippets. Matter of fact, if you want, what I'm saying, a little taste of the book, just a little sample piece. I can give you my email, 11 Adron, Adron 56 at gmail.com. Send me a message and I get you over a little piece of the book. But yeah, man, I think it's and the thing about it is the crazy thing, a beautiful thing at the same time. It's a story that's already kind of been told, right? Because we already won the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, it's my side of the story. You know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of gives it its uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? It's the same story of us winning the World Series, but through my lens. You know what I'm saying? And I had an interesting seat. You know what I'm saying? I had an interesting seat to watch this game.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Let's get there's one topic I want to get into because there's a couple of folks that are asking. So it's funny too because you might get a laugh out of this. So D Rod is asking any Angel Hernandez stories, any good Angel Hernandez stories, and then your thoughts on his retirement.
Uh, I tell you, even though CC is my dog, I ain't gonna do my dog Angel like he quite did. You know what I'm saying? I just seen a video they brought up what he did. Even though C my dog, I mean Angel. I mean again, I didn't even have. I had 3 years in the major league with St. Louis, so and that was a stint of me going up and down through the minor leagues. So I
Mm-hmm.
meet him, and every time, even sometimes he would come down to the minor leagues because he got hurt or something. So some of the major league umps would come down to the minor league if they had an injury or whatever. So I seen Angel most definitely and you can see it. Like even watching it now, you can see that, you know, he's just like anybody else that's making a name for himself, I guess you can say. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just saying about how I made it to the St. Louis Cardinals. I had to put myself out there. It just seemed like a little bit he's doing a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, you know, somebody that I know that they just want to go against the grain just because. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just want to call him out just because he can. Not because it's right, but just because he can. And he kind of seemed like he does that sometimes. Like he'll say the out before he even touch, like he out, and he halfway down the line. It's like, what, Angel? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, his retirement. I mean, he's been doing it a long time, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, it might be time. You know, I ain't seen him face to face lately. He might have some gray hairs, or, you know, can't get around like he used to. So I can understand it. I don't know if they forced him to retire. You know, the way they talk about him, it sounds like it could be an option. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, to be honest with you, everybody's gonna know who he is now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's bad when if you're an umpire in Major League Baseball and your name is common and it's pretty well known, that's not a good thing. Um, Angel Hernandez, man, they busted his chops so bad. I mean, the fans, the teams. I mean, I'm guilty. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah.
There's been times he absolutely frustrated me. I wish no ill will on him. I hope he
Exactly.
enjoys his retirement. But it's like Angel. Nothing bad, man. But
We
I'm
ain't
glad you're not there anymore.
right. We ain't that sad. We ain't that sad. I mean, no more. It's all right. We don't mind you sitting down. We love you though. We'll bring you a glass of water, but
Yeah, yeah,
we gonna let you sit over there for a little bit. You know what I mean? So, but
yeah.
yeah,
No doubt.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. You were gonna say
No,
something.
no, no. I was just continuing with Angel. It's all good. I mean, Angel. You know, it is what it is to me. When I seen it, it wasn't like I was shocked. Like you know, the president just got voted in for. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. I was like, oh, okay, he retired. But at least you won't hear too many more of the stories. You know what I'm saying? Like,
This is true.
you know what I mean? People was on his behind for real, for real.
No doubt. If you don't mind, man, I was gonna ask you. Can you tell me your email address one more time, please?
Oh yeah, most definitely is 1111 Adron 56 at gmail.com. I also
Perfect.
have another one, we connect reconnect, all one word, we connect reconnect at gmail.com. That's my nonprofit. So
Oh,
I'm
we connect, reconnect.
Yep, we connect reconnect. And it's just and that's the platform that I use to host baseball camps around my city, and outside of my city, little small cities outside of Pensacola.
Oh,
Again,
that's awesome.
just trying to get these kids. We had a scrimmage game last night, matter of fact. Just and you don't have to pay anything. You know, everything is taken care of. It's more so just using baseball as a tool to bring everybody in. And if you want to play, you want to play. But we can also find out, you know, what your gift is. You know what I'm saying? And just get to know a lot of these youths around here, man. These young people, they yearning for ideas and things to do. So baseball is most definitely one of them to me, and we use that.
Yeah, no doubt. So folks, make sure you guys look out for AD's book. It's coming out real soon. He said. I'll be looking out for it for sure. Yeah, definitely, man. Uh, Maybe I'll get an autograph book from you or something sometime.
No doubt. I got you. I mean, that's anytime. Now that you done brought me here, I owe you, man. So I appreciate you.
No, well, I appreciate you taking the time, man. Still coming on. I know we kind of got confused on the days and times, but no worries, man. I still, we were still talking other baseball stuff. And then I was like, okay, he's still down to come on. I'm like, dude, yeah, let's get him on. Everybody. So, and I appreciate everybody in the chat for tuning in as well. You guys are awesome. So, yeah, and we get fans from baseball fans exist all over the world. It's funny. It's not just like in the U.S. and the Latin American countries. It's like baseball is known. I mean, I have like one of my subscribers. He lives in Australia.
Nice.
and he's a baseball fan. So, we got baseball fans in Australia, like Scotland, England, like they're all over, man. Baseball is a pretty well-known sport.
I actually had an opportunity that I didn't take advantage of. I wish I had.
Yeah.
Play in Australia. You know what I'm saying? They had a team or something that was going on in Australia. And I was like, this can't be real. And then somebody else told me, nah, it's real, bro. And I was like, what? Australia? But yeah, man, baseball is one of them sports, man. I'm telling you that it brings people together.
It really does.
Really does. It don't matter, whether you're a first baseman, third baseman, whatever, man. Like it brings people together. And that's what I really appreciate about this game. That's why I still use it. You know what I'm saying? In life, I still use a lot of the examples. It's a game of failure. You know what I'm saying? And in life, you're going to fail a whole lot. You know what I mean? So if you're able to get through that, you're able to get through life. I kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying? If you can deal with that strikeout, not throw your helmet and be pissed off and let everybody know that you're mad, you can understand that you got an at-bat coming up again. So I need to be focused. You know what I mean? That's when you can kind of see the relevance in the beauty of baseball. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
Yeah. So you weren't the type to slam your bat, slam your helmet, punch a wall.
I mean, it was moments. It was moments where like I said, you got to control it. So I
Definitely
had moments where I wanted to crack something. You know what I mean? And it wasn't always a ball. You feel me? But yeah, man, it was being able to, like, I love watching players, even like Derek, man, like when he fell, he didn't show it. You know what I mean? They didn't show that all the time that, they was upset about something. You know what I mean? Like sometimes he did, when he got older he did, but a lot of times you can't get mad at everything.
right. That'll stress you out and talk about an early grave. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just gotta let things go and just move on with life, right? I mean, like you said, like you said, you got to overcome all that adversity. I mean, there's going to be a lot of like ups and downs in life, and there's going to be lots of ups and downs in games. And this is where sometimes I like Yankees fans, we're so emotional, right? A lot of Yankees fans are emotional. When this team loses, the fan base, like, they lose their mind. It's like they act like it's the end of the world. It's like, yo, it's just one game. Let's chill out, breathe. It's okay.
But having that, you know what I'm saying, is very necessary. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that. We can't take this loss attitude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that y'all got Soto over there, man. I'm really happy y'all got Soto.
Oh my God. The fan base, we wanted him. And, the Yankees have been trying to go after him for a long time. And, I was like, man, they need to trade for this guy. We were saying that they need to trade for him. And when they did, we were so excited. The Yankees fan base, we couldn't tell you how excited we were. Now we're talking about this guy needs to be a Yankee for the rest of his career, which, I'm sure some teams are going to be after him. There's going to be a few teams that are going to be trying to go after him, but I don't know about you, but I feel confident that the Yankees can sign him to
it ain't the money. It's more so just, the fans, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going to enjoy the fans. If he getting out, which I'm pretty sure he is, he seemed like a very respectful, you know what I'm saying, young man, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's New York, I kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying? New York got that different, you know what I'm saying, swag, you know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like he kind of fits that the aura of the city, you know what I'm saying? So I think, it would be, look at right field, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's an easy place for him just to dump home runs over there, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
he most definitely, the field most definitely is in his favor. So, and it's the number one team in the world, you know what I'm saying? The Yankees is like, who else is better than the Yankees? You know what I mean?
I mean, they get a lot of hate, but that I enjoy it.
You know what I'm saying, that's what happens when you win a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No matter how you do it, it's gonna be like that, Barry Bonds. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It is.
And the thing with Soto too, man. I mean, you brought him up. He fits so well with the Yankees. I mean, it's just the Bronx, the Dominican community. He's Dominican, so the way he's interacting with the fans, the way he's with the way he's
Think of
interacting with,
stardom. Start think about it. You got the greatest baseball player playing right next to you. You know what I'm
Aaron
saying?
Judge. Yeah,
Yeah, Aaron Judge. And then you got Stanton, who is just the monster of baseball. He like the granddaddy of, I mean, I guess not the granddad. I can't say it like that, but he's getting up there in time. You know what I'm saying? And
he's getting up
everybody,
there.
you know what I mean? They know who he is. So it's like he's around. You know what I'm saying? Some people that's, you know, quote unquote on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like he's on that level, and so it's easier to communicate. You know what I'm saying with people, like, you know what I mean? He can learn how to handle the New York, you know what I'm saying, issues. You know what I'm saying? So he most definitely, I feel like he's a perfect fit for that team. So hopefully they do keep him, because it'll be a good keep.
No doubt, no doubt. And before we continue with the conversation, again, AD, I appreciate you taking the time to come on. Folks in the chat, make sure you guys are hitting that like button, subscribe button, share this out with anybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And real quick, I wanted to ask you, how are you on time? I just want to be respectful.
I got about a good 10-15 minutes left. You know, something.
Cool. Well, yeah, we'll continue rocking out, man. You let me know when you need to go, man, and we'll call it good. We'll just keep the conversation going. Um, got a couple of other questions that that I wanted to bring up here. There was one. So Ken is asking, as a Cardinal, did you ever get to meet all-time greats like Bob Gibson or the Wizard of Oz?
Oh yeah, man. I got some Bob Gibson stories, most definitely. But Red Shinding, like Stan Musial, um, Jimmy Edmonds, but the old Vince Coleman, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Ozzy, Willie McGee is like, you know, my big uncle. You know what I'm saying? Ozzy, I see him all the time in fantasy camp. I go down to fantasy camp, uh,
Yeah.
Jupiter, Florida, and I'm always with them. So, Ozzy, and those are some great, Jose Okendo, but it's so many more. You know what I'm saying? So many more that I get a chance to see. And even, I mean, the biggest ones is being able to go back and see all of my guys that was doing our videoing. Buddy Bates, you know what I'm saying, who was the guy, he basically was our he cleaned, you know, the uniforms and all, you know what I'm saying, like those jobs that, you know, people don't even think about. You know, those are the people that I really think about and enjoy. But yeah, I got plenty. Bob Gibson, Ozzie Smith stories. Ozzie Smith, I remember the first thing he ever told me when he seen me is, he said, "Don't let them steal your groceries." You know what I'm saying? Don't let them steal your groceries, man. So it was like, you just seen a competitor. You seen why he was a, you know, I don't know, 13-time Gold Glove. I'm 18. I don't know how many Gold Gloves he got, but you could just see, you could see how, you know what I'm saying, he got it. You know, it wasn't hard to see Ozzie Smith greatness. Even now, he can probably, you know, do something with the glove that ain't even been seen before. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I was able to see a lot of great St. Louis Cardinals while I was in St. Louis, man. It was most definitely a privilege because they kind of showed you how to be uh, Bruce Sutter. Like, it was so many great guys, man.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
No,
man.
that's really cool. That's really cool. So, um, another question here, because you grew up a Braves fan, right? I'm sure you still follow the Braves, watch them.
Oh yeah, big time.
Okay. So, the question here, D Rod is asking, what was your reaction to, or what does he think of the Acuna injury? Can you think the Braves could get back to the top? Because that Acuna injury has really that one really hurt, man. Because I like Acuna, I really do. And when I found out that he was out for the remainder of the season, I'm like, oh my god, no way.
Well, that's because I don't know if he retoured or whatever, but that's probably because they just want to, you know, keep him for the ever long. They don't want to hurt him no more. You know what I'm saying? He probably could come back anyway. It
Yeah,
was interesting because he already wasn't having the year that he probably wanted. You know what I'm saying? And just by numbers, and you know, they say he came back in shape. You know, he looked a little bit smaller to me this year, but it was the way that he did it though, like faking to third base like he did. It was a strange play, you know what I'm saying? That was like very unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? like how, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't think him coming back. The biggest thing is gonna be the mental side. I told my ACL it's gonna be, and he done it twice now on big stages. So, the things that people are gonna be saying, I think that's what is gonna be his biggest you know uh roadblocks, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna have to be able to handle, what how what people are going to say about this, if anything. Not necessarily injury, because he's going to have the best trainers. He's going to have everything to get back. Now it's just going to be, oh, he got 2 injuries, is he going to be the same player that he used to be? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be those
Yeah.
type of conversations. Not that I'm even putting it out there. That's just how, once you get hurt, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at my man King Gifford Jr. He was the best, still the greatest player ever. I can only imagine what he could have done if he never got hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like once them injuries come, man, they really can change the course of your legacy. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, your legacy is your legacy, don't get me wrong. Legends never die, right? But it's
This
like
is true.
most definitely he that injury was most definitely one of those like, dang, I already been through this, man. Like I don't want to do this again. You know what I'm saying? So I pray for him and wish him nothing but the best, healing, for over his body. I'm hoping that he does everything right to get his stuff back right so he can get back on the diamond and be the great ball player that he is.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I want to see him come back. It's guys like him, guys like Mike Trout, right? These are two guys that are really good at the game. Excellent athletes, but it's just so unfortunate that injuries, man, are kind of like a plague for them, especially for guys like them, who
Yeah.
are so good at the sport, so good at what they do, man. It's unfortunate, it's sad.
And that's I tell now again, I hope it's some youths listening to this because
Yeah,
that's a part of the game. You feel me? Like that you
yeah,
have saying that that's a part of the game. A lot of times, people just don't really. They look at those players and they're like, "Oh, Mike Trout, the greatest in the world." But you don't understand what he had to go through to be that. You know what I mean? These kids now, they wanting the glory, but they ain't wanting the work. You know what I'm saying? They ain't wanting the process. You know what I'm saying? They wanting the presence, but they don't want to work for them. So it's moments like that kind of brings it back. They an ooh and I and but it's like it's how he comes back is the real testimony. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Because all they see is what they see on TV. Oh, these guys made it to the big time. Oh, they're making all this money. They're killing it right now. They're popular, but they don't see what happens behind the scenes. What it took to get to that level because they think it's like some sort of movie, like it's some sort of fantasy that oh well, if they did it I could do it too. Well, not as easy as you think. Okay, like it takes a lot of dedication, and I can only imagine the hours, the blood and the sweat, the tears that guys like you that had to go through this. Yeah, they don't understand the process. I like you said, and I'm pretty sure right now, I mean, with being retired, it's probably life is probably much easier now.
the crazy thing, and you hear it. Like I was listening to Charles Barkley the other day. And he was talking about a guy that he made so much more money after the game of baseball, and I think that's the kind of thing that they look at. When fans look at the game, they look at, or athletes. I'm sorry, not fans, but fans.
Sure.
But they look at it and they see, all the nice bling and the cars and all this stuff. But it's the life after baseball that really, it's the stories, it's the things that you were able to learn to be at this moment because you ain't gonna be able to play baseball all your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I can learn, the best thing I ever heard Kobe Bryant say was that he had to learn that it's the game and then there's life, and he had to understand the two. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like life is way more, how you prepare is way more important than anything. It ain't the victory, it's how you prepare, man. Because you can get the victory, you can make the lucky shot, but are you gonna win game two? Are you gonna win game three? You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Mhm.
that was the way I feel like guys like Michael Jordan, thought like y'all don't want the series ain't over, baby. I mean, I'm an example. Like last inning, last strike. You know what I'm saying? Down by 2. David Freese hits a triple, then hits a home. It's like Lance Berkman hits the. It's like it's you. It's the last. Who's gonna be who's gonna finish? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna finish? And that's what life is about. So, life after baseball is so much. It's enjoy, especially when you got kids. You know, it's a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Yeah, and you said you coach, right? Like
Yeah.
some of the kids. So how do you instill that same discipline? You know how you came up. Like how do you instill that in these kids today, and just letting them know, like this is what it takes. With hard work, and how do you communicate that with the youth that are coming up today?
Well, for me, the one thing that I'm learning is that I had to like take the things that I did out of the category, winning the World Series, hitting triples, getting base hits, making it to the I had to take that out of the picture and go back to the process that it was to get there. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to understand that I had to figure out, you know, first I had to learn that every player is different. But then I had to figure out what is this athlete good at? What is this athlete good? What and then learn how to put them in the. That's why I love guys like Tony Russo. Learn how to put them in the positions where they will succeed, because that's the key. You know what I'm saying? Is not just teaching them how to hit home runs. Is how do they have success in the game? So in any situation, whether it's base running, defense, and preparing, you know what I mean? Just learning the game, understanding, pitch counts and situational hitting and what bases to throw to and when to steal and the proper footwork to catch a ground ball and how you take a crow hop. You know what I'm saying? When do you feel the ground ball in the outfield how do you feel it on a base hit compared to a guy at third base or second base that you're trying to throw it at home? It's like, you know, being able to teach. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing that I try to make sure that I'm always doing is, and it's not just on the field, it's off the field. These boys are going to school. They got they friends at school. They don't want to go to sleep. They want to stay awake. They want to, you know what I mean? It's so much going on that I had to take myself out of this idea of this is how it was when I played pro ball, and I had to work this hard, and I had to fucking. You get that a lot, right? You get these coaches. You got
Sure.
to put in 1,000 swings, and it's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Stop lying to that kid. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, he doesn't want. His attitude is he doesn't really care. So you have to take that. You have to take the fact that he isn't as passionate as his other kid. So I got to work with him a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? I got to see what can I show him to get his passion, up to the level that we need him to be on the team. So and I love coaching, man. As you can hear, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love the detail. And I had great managers that I was able to be a part of to learn some things. So I still got a lot to learn. Don't get me wrong. I have so much to learn. They are teaching me a lot. But it's fun because I was them I was them once upon a time. You know what I mean? So that's been the cool thing, is just seeing these young boys. And I got some great athletes, man. And I want more. So yeah, I want more.
Well, as long as you're the coach, I have no doubt that you can develop some good athletes, man. And especially, just interacting with you here and talking to you, I have no doubt. Though I'm fully confident that you'll be able to develop some players. And
But
I have no doubt, man. You got the heart and the mind, the passion for it. So I know you're going to do good things, man, as a coach. So, do you think you'll ever coach at a major league baseball level, or is that something that's out of your interest?
I actually, and it's crazy because Mike Schilt, Ali Marmol, they both were like, "Hey man, you put in your application yet? Like, what's going on? What you doing? You know what I mean?" So it's like, and then I've been seeing guys like John Jay. I seen Daniel Descalzo,
Yeah,
bench coach, and it's like, something, man. Like the thing about, I used to get discouraged because again, I didn't have time like those guys, so I kind of felt like that was a block, but when it came to just the passion and the love and the knowledge of the game, I love baseball. You know what I mean? So it's like Analytics, I don't care about your launch angle. It's a
Thank you.
It's a guy at second base. We need to get him over right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's play the game the right way. And a lot of times when you thought like that, and this is the thing, it's like when I say that, people like that ain't how the game is played. Percentages say this. It ain't even about that. It's about when I put my mind to a plan. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm thinking go the other way. A lot of times it keeps me on the ball and boom, I knock the ball out of the park. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a plan to go up there instead of just trying to say, you know, every time see ball, hit ball, which is good. See ball, hit it hard. Wherever it goes, it goes. I get it. But if you hit a hard ground ball with one out to the third baseman with a run at second base and he catches and throws, it's like he's doing us no good. I would rather you have hit a dribbler to the first baseman. At least I could have got to third.
Yeah.
And so it's like just putting yourself in a game like situation. I feel like that's the part that I really enjoyed that can be used at the next level. And most definitely, I am, you know, working my way towards, you know, professionally coaching. You know what I'm saying? So it's most definitely in my whatever you want to call it out there in front somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
It's somewhere. It's in the works. It's in the plan,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah, because I could totally like I envision you like coaching or managing like a minor league team because the guys are a lot younger. So I could see you connecting with some of the younger guys because you do a good job with the kids. So
Yeah,
I feel like you know you could maybe get a job there with one of the minor league teams and
I
coach.
already, and to be honest with you, I already work with a lot of guys that's in the minor leagues right now. You know, we
Oh,
got
there you go.
that guy by the name of Chad Bryant. I want to say he's in A ball right now for the Braves. He was going to Pensacola Junior College over here, Pensacola State College now. And you know, I seen him throw. I was doing a little bit of scouting for some people, and I seen him, and I went, you know, for 3 months, 4 months. You know, he was on my. I trained him. You know, I worked with him, and he got in some great shape. You know, landed with the Braves, and now he's still doing great things. He has a son now that he able to use as some motivation and love on him while playing the game. Yeah, man, I can connect with these boys, man. It's just really it's about, and what I'm learning is you gotta know what's going on when that analytics stuff. I still remember Mo telling me, Adron, you need to read some books on the analytics. You know, that's where the game is going. So it's like you gotta know it. You know, Willie McGee told me the same thing. You still gotta know it. You know what I mean? Even if you don't want to use it, you don't care for it, you gotta know it. So when questions are asked, you able to answer the questions. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with. I'm learning.
Yeah, no doubt. Because analytics, I mean, it's here to stay, right? It's not going anywhere, and every team is using it. I feel like there's a right way to use analytics, a wrong way to use analytics. You got to just, I feel like you have to just use the things that are going to be useful. As far as analytics goes, you got to use what's useful and not try to put too much information into players' heads because I feel like if you use too much analytics, I feel like players are going to overthink everything.
Exactly.
That's my thing. My frustration with analytics.
They might see something that we don't see when it comes to the use of why they doing analytics. I don't know. I just know that a lot of times I wasn't the type of guy that wanted somebody to tell me what pitch was coming. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I was the guy that I wanted to play the game. So, and I'm trying to relate it to the analytics. It's like, yeah, I mean, I like to know, you know, my launch angle of how the ball came off, but it's like it's still a home run. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like I'm my man Tommy Pham, dog. He knows all that analytic stuff, dog. I'm talking about that joker. He was like that, you know, when we were in St. Louis, and the reason why he came to my brain because it's useful to some people. Some people it works, but you know, I was that guy that I didn't care. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm not even sure. Maybe he still thinks I don't know what he thinks about it now, but it's like what I do remember is these cats, man, everybody with spin rate and how many times the ball spin off. It's like, man, just throw a strike, bro. What is you talking?
No doubt. I know. It's like we're missing it's almost like people are forgetting the fundamentals of the game, the simplicity of the game, you
Yeah,
know?
man. I'm a catcher. Just let him hit it. Let him hit it to me, and I'm gonna catch the ball.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple, man.
Yeah.
I'll die
So
for you. You die for me. That's it.
there you go. There you go. So it sounds like you talk with Tommy Pham quite a bit. You and him
Yeah,
are.
man, that's my little bro, man. Like, I shouldn't say that because he way bigger than me. But no, that's my dog, man, and I'm happy to see how he's uh been handling his career. You know what I'm saying? It's been interesting because I do know him very, very well. We came up together, just you know, with a few other guys that look like us too. You know what I'm saying? So unless they were, Latin. But yeah, man, we talk him, Edwin Jackson, all these guys I still talk to. I just got the phone with Edwin today. Matter of fact, I just got the phone with him. So yeah, man, I still try to stay connected to a lot of my old teammates. And yeah, man, and I do that just to kind of keep myself like in the loop. You know what I mean? Like I
Sure.
still know what's going on. So I'm able to, have hands on with these guys. So yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I got to get all three of you guys on a live stream here, and let's all chat it up, man, because that would be awesome. Yeah,
No doubt. Edwin, you got some good guys right here, man. Like that I've named. Yeah, even the guys that I named on the Cardinals. I remember talking to Ryan Terrio and the things that he's doing in this city, man. It's we're doing a lot of great things, and it needs to be recognized. At least I feel like it is what it is. But
yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. But anything else you want to add to the chat? Anything else you want to say to the folks in the chat? If
yeah,
you want to say the name of your book one more time and be on the lookout.
I'm sorry I had to pull over I'm over here actually at the college right now, but man,
You're good.
God is good, man. Yes, I do have my book, From Pensacola to the World Series. Stay blessed, you know what I mean? Love on people, and you know what I'm saying? Learn how to turn the other cheek sometime. It'll help in the long run. Other than that, keep living your life. I appreciate you having me on, dog, and anytime you need me, I'm here.
AD, I greatly appreciate it, and I will email you, man. I'll send you an email. I'll be looking out for your book. So appreciate you coming on and taking the time to talk to us, man. Answering questions. It was a lot of fun, man, and we'll love to do this again. So
my bad.
Thank you so much, and
no doubt.
Yeah, we'll do this again. We'll do this again.
No doubt. Take it easy,
All right.
bro.
All right, man. Have a good evening. Thank you so much. Peace. All righty, folks. That was AD Chambers, Adron Chambers. Let me know what you all thought. Oh, what a great interview. It's a good thing I didn't end the stream. So he came on. He just confused the date and the time, and that's okay. It happens, right? We're all human. We make mistakes. So I'm sure he's got a busy schedule. So I hope you all had a good time. I know I had a great time. Yeah, I know. I almost ended the stream. It's a good thing I didn't. I just wanted to keep the conversation going. But here we are, man. I'm almost 3 hours into the show. So thank you. Yeah, he was a good dude, man. He was a good dude. I really enjoyed I really enjoyed his this interview. This was a great interview. I love his attitude, his energy. It was great. And patience is a virtue, no doubt. But again, thank you all for coming on. I had a really good time. I'm approaching almost 3 hours of doing a live stream. I've never done a 3-hour live stream before, but here's something new. Guys, go enjoy the Yankees game. Go enjoy, your snacks, your food. And actually, real quick, there was a tweet that came out with the New York Yankees. Make sure you guys look for AD's book. Make sure you all look for the book From Pensacola to the World Series. Make sure you guys all look out for that book. Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys give a thumbs up. Share this out with anybody you know. Any support you give to this channel is greatly appreciated. So here's some updates with tonight's game. So prior to tonight's game, the Yankees made the following roster moves. They returned from rehab and reinstated infielder DJ LeMahieu from the 60-day IL. As you all knew that he was making his debut today. Kevin Smith elected free agency instead of accepting an outright assignment. So Kevin Smith is a free agent. And then they reinstated right-handed pitcher Ian Hamilton from the 7-day COVID-19 injured list. So that's the update right now. Those are the updates. So thank you all for tuning in. And if you're a Cleveland fan, my guy, I got nothing but love for you. Every baseball fan is welcome here, so I appreciate you tuning in. Good luck to your team. They're doing a good job there, man. So you're still my guy. I don't care what team you support. I appreciate you being on here. So should have asked if Tommy Hill was going to. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, maybe next time when I get him on here. But shout out to all of you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I'm glad he came on. I'm glad I didn't end the stream early. We'll do this again. Make sure you all tune in tomorrow. I got 2 players that I'm interviewing tomorrow. One is former Yankee Jim Lawrence, and the other one's former Major League Baseball player Luis Lopez. So it should be a really, really good time. Again, thank you all for coming on. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all coming on. So we'll do this again, and I will see you all tomorrow. Enjoy your evening. Till next time.